Hey, what's going on, guys? So today I want to talk to you about how I do my shopping. So when I go to the market, the first thing I hit is the protein section. So I have an idea going in what I want to get. I have the basic stuff that I want to get, chicken breast, etc. But if there's something on sale, I'll look and see what's there, or something that's if they have like a flyer and I know that something's cheap, or they have like something that's about to they're about to get rid of, expire in a couple of days, and they drop the price. I'll pick those up and cook those right away. Um, so chicken breast is something is a staple I'll always get. Sometimes I'll get chicken tenderloins. I like to get either ground sirloin or some type. Ground sirloin is usually 90%, 90-10. Also, I'll get a lean ground beef, which is like either 93.7 or 94.6. I'll use those a lot. I prefer getting the ground beef than the lean ground beef than other things. Like sometimes I get a cut of chuck, or I'll get some flank steak for fajitas, or um, some type of stir fry. But usually I'll go with the lean ground beef because it's easier to chew. It's easier to work with. I'll make some lean meatballs. I'll make just for my cook it up and put some teriyaki sauce on top of rice. That's like my normal staple meal. Very easy to make. Um, Sometimes I'll get pork tenderloin. It's very lean, very lean. It's different, obviously different flavor than beef and chicken. So it's just to add variety to the meals. Fish, I don't really eat fish. Um, Fish is very expensive, so fish is a treat. So if I'm gonna get fish, I'll either get a piece of halibut, which is like could be up to $10 a pound. So if I find it on sale, I might get a piece of halibut, and that's like for one meal. Just for variety's sake. If I get tired of chicken, um, I don't really care for tilapia. I used to eat tilapia a lot, and I'm just sick of it. And it doesn't matter to me. Like it's a bottom feeder fish, and um, depends where you get it from. Where you get tilapia. I'm sure you've seen the stories of where they get tilapia from, but it doesn't matter to me. I just don't like the taste of it anymore. I just can't. My palate has changed as far as tilapia goes. Um, the other type of fish I'll get is wild salmon, and that can be kind of expensive too, but it's definitely cheaper than halibut. But I'll get a nice piece of wild salmon every now and then, and just make sure that when I eat it, I eat it with it's a fattier fish, so I make sure that when I do eat it, I'll eat it with something low carb for that meal because it's too many calories overall. Um, Eggs, I'll eat whole eggs. I don't really eat egg whites by themselves. I'll eat whole eggs, like one or two a day. Um, Nothing, three at the most, but I don't really eat three. If I have one meal that's all eggs, it might be three whole eggs. But usually I'll eat like one or two eggs, and I'll put that on top of my ground beef and rice, or that's usually how. Or if I make like some kind of hash in the morning with potatoes, I'll have an egg. But that's don't really have too many eggs, but that is something I will eat every now and then. And those are my protein choices. And then once I figure out what proteins to buy, then I start creating in my head what kind of dishes do I want to make. So I'll look and see the veggies, what's on sale in veggies, what looks fresh, you know. So usually it's gonna be some type of salad mix, some type of usually green vegetables. You can never go wrong with broccoli. Sometimes people get tired of it. I understand. Green beans, get tired of it, but for me, I don't care for veggies. So I have to find a way to cook them differently, or find a way to incorporate them into my meals some way, somehow. Usually I'll have salads. That's like the easiest thing to do, is to buy a bag of salad, or buy a chunk of iceberg lettuce and have that. My fats are pretty high, so I can get away, and my meat that I choose is fairly lean, so I can get away with adding a salad dressing and still hit my macro numbers. When I'm counting, I know like if I have a salad, I can have 2 tablespoons of a dressing, and I'm still like struggling to hit my fat numbers at the end of the day. So that's not a problem. So Also, for me, I like broccoli. I like asparagus. Asparagus is very expensive, but I get tired of it too because you know how it makes your pee smell, or some most people makes their pee smell, and after a while it gets disgusting. You don't want to like every time you're drinking water, you gotta go pee. It's like it's gross. But I'll have asparagus every now and then, probably like once a month or something like that. When I have my veggies, when I have a piece of salmon, I'll have asparagus. Um, and then what else is there? Then my carb sources. Usually my carb sources are mainly rice. I'll buy some Calrose rice, which I use to steam. Jasmine rice I'll use to steam. I'll buy a regular whole long grain rice to make a pilaf with. Like if I make like a cilantro lime rice, I'll use that type of rice. I'll buy sweet potatoes and just roast them or make sweet potato fries. Sweet potato fries takes time, you have to cut them and whatever. Usually simplest way I make them is I just roast them. It's easy, it's convenient. I usually buy a big bag. Oh, sometimes I'll buy some red potatoes, depending on how expensive they are. Cut them up and roast them, easy. Or I've been making a lower calorie garlic mashed potatoes with them. And then usually I'll buy like a bag of russet potatoes because you can get I just bought a 10-pound bag of russets for like $2, less than $2, and that's very economical to buy. And I just bake them and put them in the oven, bake them. Um, I like to with my sweet potatoes. I like to put them in the oven and roast them. I don't like to put them in the microwave. The microwave they don't taste good. When you roast in the oven, the natural sweetness comes out, so it tastes amazing. Um, Other carb sources. That's probably in the rice cakes every now and then. I just have them as just in case when if I don't have anything prepped, I have rice cakes there. I can eat them. I'm trying to think offhand what else do I get? Breads, don't really buy any breads right now. Um, those are like the main carb sources that I get. Corn tortillas sometimes if I'm making uh, some tacos on Taco Tuesday, I'll have some corn tortillas. But that's about it. And just once I see these things and I put them together, make a meal, and then go from there. So I'm gonna be posting some more recipes on my YouTube channel. I have some already. I've been working on experimenting different recipes, so they're not really ready to share yet. So I'm still experimenting, trying to get the right proportions of ingredients and the right proportion of ingredients and trying to get the right flavor and consistency out consistency out before I post a vid. So I have been making like I said a garlic mashed potato recipe with Greek yogurt. Trying to figure out how much Greek yogurt to put in. So just, what I do is I have one recipe I find, and then I follow the recipe, and then if I don't like it, I kind of adjust it until I do like it. Then I just make sure I write everything down, etc. So I'm also making an angel hair zucchini pasta. And the first time I made it had too much angel hair pasta or not enough zucchini, whichever one, uh, you know. And I made it again, and the proportion of zucchini angel hair was 50-50, so it came out better. But I cut the zucchini a little bit too thick, so I don't like the texture of it. It got kind of uh, I don't like the texture of vegetables or zucchini anyway, so it's kind of mushy with the seeds and whatnot. So the way I had cut them before was using mandolin, cut them thin, and then cut them into strips. I don't have a zoodler or whatever, but it came out good. But I think that the next time I make it, it'll be on point, perfect. So that's about it. Like I said, I'm gonna be posting some more recipes. If you have any ideas or any suggestions, what you want me to make, if you want to make a healthier version of something, whatever, let me know. Whatever it is, let me know, and I'll see what I can do. All right. Talk to you guys later.